Hey everybody, this is Justin Branham for MasterFiddle.com, and in this lesson on YouTube exclusively, we're going to work on Benny Martin's break and kickoff for Why Did You Wander that he played with Flatt and Scruggs when he was part of that band. He recorded a bunch of influential sides in the 50s, early 50s, I believe, and I've got a playlist of all of those on Master Fiddle that you can check out so you can hear the actual fiddling of Benny Martin with Flatt and Scruggs. And it's some of the most influential and important fiddling in bluegrass music. And that's why we're working on these kickoffs. And it's a part of a bigger series that I'm doing with MasterFiddle.com. You can go to MasterFiddle.com and subscribe to get access to the supplemental videos that go along with this. I'm going to take all of the licks and concepts and ideas, play them in all 12 keys, and show you how to use them. So the real nuts and bolts of this style, so that you can put them in other tunes, use them to take other breaks, use them to back up a singer, whatever you want to do. And it's the really foundational vocabulary for bluegrass fiddle. So it all starts with Benny Martin and also Chubby Wise, which we're going to do a series of Chubby's fiddling with Bill Monroe, which is super influential too. And I really feel like it's the foundation of bluegrass fiddle. It's the place you want to start, and then there's places to go from there, but we've got to get this good foundational vocabulary. So it's part of the Bluegrass core curriculum that I'm going to introduce for Master Fiddle. But all of these kickoff and break lessons for Benny Martin and Chubby Wise are going to be available for free only on my YouTube channel. So make sure you like and subscribe to YouTube. And like I said, if you go to Master Fiddle, you can get access to the real nuts and bolts breakdown of all this information, as well as rhythm tracks for common bluegrass progressions in all 12 keys, so you can practice these licks and really become an expert on using them. So with that said, let's listen to the lesson performance of this kickoff. I got my wife Angelica to play it with me on the guitar, and then we'll get right into the lesson. 2, 3. Okay, let's get right into it. We've got our pickup notes before the downbeat. We've got 3 of them, and we're going to do a down bow first. I'm just giving you some basic bowings that work well with this transcription. We're in the key of G. First finger is going to be on the A and the E strings. Put your first finger right in the middle of those 2 strings. So you get a B and an F sharp. That's a 5th, and anytime you're going to play a 5th as either a double stop or if you have to do a string crossing, that's what you want to do. Put that first finger right in the middle of those 2 strings. We're going to hit that on a down bow, just kind of a light sort of choppy down bow, and then 2 up bows. We're going to keep that finger down, don't pick it up, and just put your second finger down on the A string to grab a C note, and then a C sharp with your second finger. So raise that second finger up to C sharp. So now we've got just kind of skipping across the bow there. And then on the downbeat, we're going to play a double stop that is a second finger on the E string on a G note and third finger on the A string on a D note. And we're going to slide into that on a down bow. Okay, so now we've got classic bluegrass right there. Doesn't get much more classic than that. And then our next measure is going to sound like this. Going into the next measure after that, actually. So this is still over a G chord. We started out on a G chord, and we have that for 2 measures. Then we go to C. We're going to play on an up bow here, a first finger on a B flat on the A string. Kind of slide that down to your open A string. To third finger on the D string on a G note. So that was all up. And then going into the last half of this measure, first note of the next measure, we're going to have open D on a down bow, low 2, F natural, open D again, first finger on the D string and E note. That was all down. Okay, and that takes us into the next measure. This is the 3rd measure of the break, and we're over a C chord now. So we've got... So right after that E note, we're going to play a G note with our 3rd finger on the D string on an up bow, 4th finger A note, down bow, 3rd finger on the D string, a G note. And that really gives us our first phrase of this kickoff or break. So let's play all of that. Okay, our next phrase sounds like this. Okay, we're back over a G chord, and we've got pickup notes into that measure. On an up bow, we're going to play a third finger on the D string on a G note, first finger E, open D. So that was all up. Now third finger on the G string on a down bow, this is a C note. Keep going down, second finger B, third finger C, so that was 3-note slur. Another 3-note slur on an up bow here, open D, second finger F sharp, third finger G. So then slide into your first finger on the A string on a B note. Nice exaggerated slide there. This is all on an up bow here. Third finger on the A string, a D note. Low first finger B flat. We're gonna slide that down to your open A. Third finger on the D string, a G note, and then open D. So, okay, so that next phrase was. And then our next phrase after that, over a D chord, we're going to play. So in second position, we're going to do a second finger on the A string on a D note. So second position, third finger on the D string on an A note. Slide into those. Keep those fingers down, and on the D string, add a fourth finger on a B note. Then go up with your bow, and you're going to play that D and A again. So it was. Okay, so now we've got the first half of the kickoff or break. So let's play that much of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Pickup note open A there to get us into the next phrase, and we're basically just going to repeat everything. We've got that was all the same, and then our ending kind of 4-measure phrase here is. Okay, that gets us to a good ending point in that kickoff. And let's start that. That's kind of a mouthful of notes there. We're going to have that up bow again to lead us into the downbeat of the next measure. So third finger on the D string on a G note, first finger E, open D. And we're actually going to keep going up. At the fast tempo, this is going to work out better. Open D, third finger on the G string, a C note, second finger B, back to 3. C note. So 3-note slur here on a down bow, open D, second finger F sharp, third finger G. So then 3-note slur on an up bow here on the A string, third finger a D note, first finger B, back to third finger D. Then 3-note slur again on an E note on the open E note on the E string there. First finger F sharp, second finger G, okay. Third finger A, second finger G, open E. So that was. Okay, and then the next measure here. 3-note slur on a down bow, third finger A string, first finger B, open A. Then on an up bow here, we're going to do a 5-note slur. Okay, that's all up. Again, at that faster tempo. all those slurs are going to work out better. So third finger on the D string, first finger E, second finger F sharp, third finger G, fourth finger A. Okay, so that was... We'll finish it out. So 3-note slur on a down bow, third finger on the D string G note, first finger E, open D. Then on an up bow, we're going to do another 5-note slur. So that was 3, 2, open 1, 2, or C, B, G, A, B, open G. Okay, so start. Do that more in time. 1, 2, 3. Probably wouldn't do all those slurs at a slower tempo, but when you hear it fast, actually works pretty good, and you still have enough articulation even with those slurs. So that's the kickoff. Learn that, memorize it, get it internalized, just play it over and over. You can play it with me when I play it on the video, on YouTube videos and the videos on my site. You can slow those down. So there's a little gear shift button on both of those video players that lets you slow it down quite a bit. So you can play it along with that. You can listen to the original recording. And of course, I have that playlist I mentioned earlier that's on the Master Fiddle YouTube site, where you can listen to all the Benny Martin recordings with flattened Scruggs that we're going to learn from. And of course, on my site, if you join, I have a lot of backup tracks for standard bluegrass progressions like this in all 12 keys, so you can download those and play it with that as well. So just remember, if you really want to get in depth with this, you want to go to masterfiddle.com, where I break down all these Benny Martin style licks and really put them in all 12 keys and explain kind of how they would work in a real situation outside of just the breaks where they come from. So there's a bunch of great licks that you can hear on the recording for this, but all those licks can get recycled and used for other tunes. So you'll want to definitely check that out. And I'll be posting a bunch more of these Benny Martin kickoffs for my Bluegrass core curriculum, and as well as other players will be posting a bunch of those. So make sure you check back and subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe to Master Fiddle, and you get the best of both worlds that way. All right, thanks for watching. I sure appreciate it. I'll see you next time.